Hello everybody, RSKOS here, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft single player LP. Woo! Last time, I don't know. This time, we are changing gears from what we were working on last time, and now, working on something I think we'll like. So, a while back now, I'm gonna put this back on. A while back, I did this melting room. Also, here's a test from you later. It's the recording thing. Remember my last episode I mentioned about new recordings? If that shows up in the video, I might have a problem. Anyway, a while back we built this super smelter, I guess. And it works pretty well on small loads, but it's still decently slow whenever I have to fill this entire chest. Because it only does 8 items at a time. I want to build the same thing, but with the capability of doing 64 items at a time, rather than 8. So, for the purpose of this, I have cleared out a giant area in my base, which I didn't realize actually went over this ravine type thing, but I can work with this. It'll be good decoration. I was thinking about doing some kind of bridge here anyway, so I can do something long on this side and then something long on that other side, and just decorate it. It'll look strange, but it'll look cool too, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure something out, but this is definitely where I want it, because it's super convenient and it's close to all my storage as well as my smaller smelter. Blah blah blah. Sorry if my words are a little slurred. I just had to drink water and it was, I don't know what was with that water. Anyway, there's one thing about this farm. It ain't cheap. Look at all these hoppers and rails. Nothing about this farm is cheap. First things first though, is that about the center? Where's about the center? I think that's about the center. Okay, now I need to go 32 down on one side, on this side, and then 32 on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, here I go. Okay, all the hoppers are in place. By the way, I'm back in the squeaky chair for this video, because honestly, I'll need to sit up to do this. I can't lay down like I do for Final Fantasy. Anyway, now we need to, quite frankly, place 32 furnaces on each side. So I'm gonna do that and catch you back again. There'll be a lot of cutting here, because you don't want to see me doing this like 64 times each, do you? I think not. Well, we now have like 1,000,000 furnaces. No, it's only 64. And now we need to do more hoppers. So we're going to be doing it like this here. This will be your input for your fuel, and then we'll have a row of hoppers along the top of all of these as well. This will be your input for your actual whatever thing you're burning, essentially. So if I was to say smelt sand, this is where I'd put it. And if I was putting coal in for fuel, this is where I'd put that. And I do this on each side. And actually, that's fine. I was about to say I misplaced that, but no, that's fine. There's one thing you want to make absolutely sure you don't do with this. Make sure every hopper is facing where it needs to be. If anything's facing wrong, you're going to be wondering where your items are going, and good luck finding them. Good luck finding where the error is. Let's put it that way. Get everything right the first time. I'll meet you back soon. And 1,000,000 hoppers have been placed, literally 2 stacks of hoppers. So far this thing has consumed 3 stacks of hoppers in total. That's a lot of iron. This is not a cheap farm, just so you know, but this is the cheapest I think you can get it at the moment, I think. Well, maybe not the cheapest, but it's the easiest, that's for sure. Because this is usually gold and more iron. So it's not the cheapest, I guess, but it is definitely the easiest. Anyway, now what we're going to do is place rails all the way along here. Before I go any further, though, I'm going to just show how we're gonna do the stopping mechanism. So I guess I'm gonna have to... No, I don't really have to indent that down. I can still reach that. Oh no, I am gonna have to indent that down. Oh well, that can be done. What we're gonna be doing here is simply separating them like so. And then putting a lever here to power these two. Now these on the side will remain powered at all times, as well as the ones within the conveyor belt here, I guess. Conveyor belt? The track, we're gonna call it, I guess. But this one here, you power it when you want it to be on, and when you don't want it to be on, you turn it off. Just like my other design. I like this better because it's all right where you get the items, rather than behind the scenes. You see? And you do the same for this top row too. I'll go ahead and do that real quick as well. The top row is just the exact same thing, it's just moved out just a little farther. I'm gonna have a fun time trying to figure out how I can hide all this, though. Oh dear. This is gonna be different. You do the same thing all the way along, and then do it like that. You lever power it. And then you do the same thing with this other lever to determine if you want it going or not. And also, I'd recommend... First off, I'd recommend you have a way up here. Whoops, I forgot about that. This isn't a fully fledged design yet. I came up with it... It took me about, I'd say, an hour to do yesterday, so it's not fully fleshed out. Obviously, there's not really much of a way to get to where you input the items. But obviously, you'd want to label which track is which. You don't want to end up putting your fuel in your burning item. Or you don't want to get them mixed up, let's put it that way. Because if you get them mixed up, you're going to have to go through each and every furnace and hopper to clear them out. So yeah, don't get them mixed up, you know? Anyway, I'm going to run through and do all these now, and then I'll go over powering them. Okay, well, maybe not all of the rails are in place. Whoops, I forgot something, clearly. But on another note, there's something I forgot to mention, and it's something I only just now thought of. You may want to have your furnaces facing outward rather than inward. I didn't think of this before, but that would make it a whole lot easier to determine where a flaw is in this, is then you just look for whatever furnace is not lit. If you're wondering where items are going, I check the hoppers in that area and make sure there's nothing that shouldn't be there clogging it up, you know? Because if something like, say, I don't know, I'm building this and then I drop a rail into a hopper somehow, you're not going to be able to find that unless you see which furnace is not working, you know? So it's a good way to look into it. Anyway, I need to do some more work. But before we go further, I guess I'll go ahead and do the lever trick here. So, on these end blocks, put a block right above the rails and put 2 levers. And then you want to go 9 blocks away from the first unpowered rail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and now you go to this one, the one right after that 9th block. Do the lever thing again. And fall off. No, don't fall off. And you should have, whoops, okay, maybe not that extra block, actually. Forget what I just said. I didn't well. What? Okay, that was weird. Let's find my blocks. I don't want to lose a positioning. Oh, I guess that must have been all the blocks. Okay. Don't do what I just did. Anyway, you want to go, I guess, 9 blocks away and on that 9th block. That's where you do your levers. So right here. Yep. So from here. Oh, this is simple here, actually. Just. Da-da-da. And you see, it's powering both of these, both lines, this one and this one. So it's a nice, cheap way to save on, well, levers. Not that you really need to save levers, but hey, if you want to save the blocks you're placing them on, there you go. It's just kind of a nice, cleaned up looking feel. Anyway, I'm going to do all of this and then meet you back soon. And it's the actual functionality part of this thing is pretty much done. So we put the fuel in the bottom, and this does require a lot of fuel. However, it puts it in pretty fast. Let's send our fuel running first and make sure everything's working. And you do have to kind of give it a bump. That's the one thing with this. It's not totally automatic. I'm planning to hopefully improve upon that, but this thing was just too good. I tested it in creative, and it's just too good. Now we should be seeing, yep, coal going into each one of those. Now I might as well go ahead and input our test smelting, about 3 stacks of sand. And this thing, it has like a couple second like delay to start, just simply because it takes that long for the furnaces to get going. But once that first item goes, it's pretty much constant. It's gonna have a constant flow of blocks that it's smelting, because once it starts going, it's gonna take longer than the hoppers can even input the items into the chest, or shorter than the hoppers can. I'm terrible at explaining things. The hoppers take a longer time to input into the chest than the furnaces do to smelt the item. So it's gonna be a constant flow of blocks. Did I put my... Let's power that. And now get our other lane going. And we should see all of these light up. What? No, stop. Not yet. What's wrong with this? What went wrong? Disregard that. What went wrong? Holy lag. Whoa, that lag. Is this thing... Alright, let's see if this thing is even empty yet. If nothing comes in this, then it's empty. It's empty. I'm turning that off. I think that's lagging. What? Why is it not turning off? What? Am I crashing? There's nothing powering this. Hold up, what is... Oh. Got it. No? What the freak is powering this? That was kind of... What the frick happened there? Oh great, where did those go? Well, that was a poor... Why did the minecart go in? It's weird how some blocks go in and some don't. So, what went wrong here? Something is clearly... That's not how you craft. Something here is clearly not being powered. What's not being powered? Oh. That's what not being powered. Well, my bad. That's my bad. Now it should all work. Test number 2. Everything should still already be filled up. Although not with much fuel, admittedly. So before we do this, let's break about... Honestly, let's just... I'll leave one in there and break every other one. And let's hope this doesn't crash the game. But... There we go. Yep. There they go. And now we should see pretty much constant item flow in about a couple of seconds. Yep, there they come. It does 64 items at a time. So in about a couple of seconds, this should have all stacks done. I mean, look at this. It's instant. It's insane. Like, this is one of the best item things I've ever really seen. Great timing for that phone call. Be back. Okay, so now that we have the overall functionality of this pretty much done, now let's do some decoration, shall we? I'm gonna drop some of this stuff off though, and let's do some digging. I think this might be one of the few rooms in my base where I use grass, because it's actually green right here. It's not that weird yellow, which looks good outside, but not so much inside. I need something contrasty, and here we're actually in a plains biome, so there is contrast. And I'm gonna see how that looks. I'm gonna keep the same walls though. And wow, I just somehow managed to sprain my jaw. Ow. I need to stop talking. Okay, so the floor is done. However, I want to do the wall here with a different style. So I'm thinking how to do the wall over here. Or not wall, roof. Well, wall and roof, really. It's a curved roof, so. Okay, I kept it straight, so no stairs. Understood. I'll go ahead and do the ceiling first. So where do I have any half slabs? That's not many. Do I have any more in here, possibly? Yep. So I have 64 stacks of just filler blocks now. And I have it arranged so that this thing will only light up when a stack of items in there. A full stack exactly. So yeah. I finally got the bugs worked out in this imaging thing. So now I know exactly when my order is done, rather than a couple of, like, seconds before. Well, that's getting my order placed, I guess. Let's get rid of these. And there we go. My order should be there. Yep. Right on time. Although I need more, really. I need to make sure I leave one readily available. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put one extra in there. I'm working on slowly, I think, emptying out all of these to one item. However, I don't want to overload the storage anymore here, because That's a lot. This is already lagging quite a bit. If I do this, I'm gonna need another computer set up far away. Anyway, nope. Actually, yeah. This area nice and lit up. This should be ready. Yep. Oh, I can't do it that fast, sadly. I wonder if I put a delay in this, if I could do that. Okay, I'll try that later. I might put a delay on it. In the meantime, I have a lot of junk. Let's see. Junk. Okay, so let's... So I don't know what to do about this spot here, the hopper spot. I might just put an item frame in front of that to help hide that a little bit more. And yes, I know I need to find some way to get up here to the top. Whoops. Right about here should be a good spot for this. Yeah, this is gonna look pretty good, I think. Do I want to... Maybe something like that. Yeah, something like that. Well, I mean, actually, it really doesn't matter all that much. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry if I'm a little quiet, it's just, yeah. Also, sorry if you hear water trickling in the background. I have a fish tank in this room, and it needs to be filled. That, honestly, actually should be enough half slabs, I think. Let's start slabbing the roof, shall we? So from about... Well, first, let's do this. And this. And get that going right across. There we go. Nice cube. Kind of. Kind of a nice cube. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. I can't build anything over there because of that wiring. It looks weird, doesn't it? It's like two different contrasting styles. They don't go well together. I'll work with that. I'm thinking I might just get rid of this style for anywhere that's not a long corridor. So I think what I do on this side... In fact, let's do that now. Because I will forget. And there we go. How's that? That's better. That's much, much better. Okay, so... Now comes the dilemma, what do I do with the whole wood thing? guess just this. Oh gosh. There happened to be gravel right there, of course. I need some scaffolding. Da-da-da. I know what I can do here. Oh crud. Give me this back. It's gonna make me go dig into my system here, isn't it? And can I get over there? No. I'll worry about that from some other time. Hey, there's a baby zombie on the track. Don't aggro. Yeah, just stay over there. I'm out of wood. Really? Okay. I'm gonna do this real quick and I'll meet you back soon. Well, this is awkward. I seem to have glitched into a block a little bit. And I am most thoroughly stuck. Holy endermite, whoa. I got the roof done, you can tell. Freaking endermite, go away. There we go. Yeah, roof is done, and now we just need to do the walls, which should be fairly simple. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty fast. Although that is a massive wall of gravel, which actually, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Honestly, the stone doesn't look too bad either. I'm almost tempted to leave it, but I kind of prefer that. Also, I gave this some pillars to make it look like it's being held up. I think from now on, I'll just kind of ender pearl up through the middle for now. I don't have another way up, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. But in the meantime, let's get this wall done. And of course, I'll come back soon with the thing for the torches. Their little, resting thing, I guess. What is it called that you put a torch in? I don't even know, honestly. But I'll come back soon with the item frames and the solar panels, daylight detectors, which honestly looks like a solar panel, and I'll put those in later. So ignore that super loud slam. Just ignore that. A little dark up there, but it's workable. And that is this room done. Now I'm gonna drop pretty much everything here off somewhere, and I'll meet you back soon with something we can try smelting. Also, I found a way to take at least 5 seconds of an item out at once. You just take out your fillers and put all the items in. Done and dusted. Unfortunately, this thing won't work with that setup. I didn't mean to break it, but that won't work with that setup. Okay, I've got all a good 5 stacks of sand that we're gonna smelt. And I also added in some ladders here so I can just press down shift, ender pearl, and then land. But I think something I might want to do, I'm gonna head back down, is I might put buttings on these pillars and hook it up to redstone beneath, and then put pistons between these 2 grass blocks. That way when I get over here, I just hit the button, pushes me up, and I'm in range of the ladder. But this also works as just a quicker method. This is the feel. Don't do that mistake. Woo. It's just a little hard to get down, unfortunately. Then, all you gotta do... By the way, I've noticed that this lever activates both rails, so I might as well just do that since I can't avoid it. Anyway, now I just hit this, and bump it again, and unfortunately... Whoops. Ideally, you'd probably want to have the lever somewhere you can hit it easily to activate them, but hey, this is kind of what I gotta do. Although, the thing I use the most the thing I'm going to use the most often is the fuel chest. And I guess I can just hit that from here, honestly. Anyway, we should, yep. Look at that speed. Super fast. Now, I don't know what I want to do about the under here yet, but, whoa, what the frick was that sound? But I'm probably not going to do too much up there. Also, I found out doing this project, the end stone, that's the end stone in this texture pack, looks like it goes really well with the sandstone brick. So I might try and incorporate that some more. I use it just as a building block for this thing, and I was thinking about switching it out. But actually, I think I'm going to leave it. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm leaving that, I think. Anyway, that should be empty by now, so... Yeah, that's empty. Now let's see how this chest is doing. Almost 5 stacks already. That's super fast. I mean, compared to this thing, anyway. And compared to a normal furnace, huh, that's faster. Anyway, I think that is going to do it for this episode. So, also, I'm really not sure what to do about this corner. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Anyway, that's going to do it for this time. So, we set up a super smelter, essentially, that uses 64 furnaces. Where's my food? And got a lot of work done and finished decorating it too, for once we built a redstone contraption and decorated it in the same episode. I just noticed that block doesn't match. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Not yet. No, it doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. Anyway, and next time, oh gosh. Too close. Next time, I'm not totally sure what we're gonna do. But, it should be good. Hopefully. Honestly, I don't know. I might take a short break from the series just to determine what I want to do. Anyway, I have been RSKOS, and I will see you next video. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and see you around. Bye!